you doing there, my dear friends? So good to see you. It is Dan. One more little note here. It's the E-Flash from Dan, live streaming. I'm not in Oak Lawn, Illinois, beautiful Oak Lawn, Illinois right now. I'm live streaming from a place called Anderson, Indiana. I'm at Anderson University. The Church of God, this is the group that our church is a part of, is having a camp meeting this week, and so I'm down at the camp meeting and seeing some old friends and connecting with the Lord spiritually in some really good ways. I'll be at church on Sunday. I'm going to be there this Sunday. In fact, I'm leaving today. It's just a 2.5 hour drive or so I'll be home today. And Sunday, June 7th, I'm going to be at church, so come and join me there. But I'm glad that you're joining me for the live stream. Thank you. Thank you so much. Does an old guy's heart well when you come and hang out with me a little bit. We like to start things off with a little Bible trivia, tricky troubler from the Bible. I say this all the time. Yeah, I know you can look this up. Try to see if you can recall this from all your years of intense Bible study. Don't look it up. Try to just pull it from your memory. There was a fella. He was a tax collector, and Jesus was coming into town, and he wanted to see Jesus. He wanted to check out this thing with this man Jesus. And there were such huge crowds when Jesus was in town that this fella, he was short, and he climbed a tree. In fact, the Bible tells us it was a sycamore tree. He climbed a sycamore tree in order to see Jesus. And actually, Jesus had some conversation with him. There's a whole story there. So the trivia question is, what is that fellow's name? Climbed up the sycamore tree to see Jesus. Don't look it up. Don't see if you can recall his name and put it down in the comment section. And I think you know by now, if you are the first one to write his name correctly in the comment section, you win the $100,000 in free. It's imaginary money, but it's still got some great value if you pretend $100,000 prize in trivia winnings. So put the name down there. Climbed up in a sycamore tree, short fella, because he wanted to see Jesus. What's his name? I'm going to give you a clue, but you don't need a clue. Just what was that fella's name? Got some sponsors. Today's E-Flash is sponsored by Daredevil Sports and Urgent Care Center. Come for the thrill of dangerous, high-risk sporting activities, and then stay for the top-notch medical treatment provided by our on-site Urgent Care Center. It's two great services combined into one convenient location. Break it, bruise it, crush it, cut it with reckless activities, and then treat it with the tender, loving care of our medical professionals. Daredevil Sports and Urgent Care Center, where lots of things happen. The E-Flash is also sponsored by $1 Billion Space Travel Service. Do you have about $1 billion or so to spare? Just $1 billion or so lying around? Excellent, great, I thought so. Give $1 Billion Space Travel Service a call. We will get you up into outer space, lickety-split. Space stations, fast-moving asteroids, maybe just the moon. Yeah? $1 Billion Space Travel Service can make it happen. You'll be living that science fiction kind of life that we've all dreamed of. Give them a call today at 1-800-LOTS-OF-LUCK. That's 1-800-LOTS-OF-LUCK. $1 Billion Space Travel Service. Results may vary. All right. What's coming up this weekend at church? That's really the main point of the live stream. I try to add a few little fun elements, but we want to talk about what's coming up because I want to whet your appetite. I want to get you excited about the services this Sunday. So this Sunday, the title of the message is Authority and Submission to Authority. Authority and submission to authority. We're looking at a passage. It's 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verses 1 through 16. And it's not an easy passage in some ways to preach on, but it talks about, it's interesting, it talks about women covering their heads in worship or not covering, and it gets at this was something that was going on in those days that was very relevant at that time. It talks about like whether men cut their hair or don't cut their hair, and you read this and try to study it and understand it. In my case, try to explain it, and you're sort of like, well, okay, what are we supposed to understand from this? Like, is this helping us to know God? And that's sort of what we'll be wrestling with a little bit and talking about, again, this idea of submitting to authority. There's a hierarchy that God has established. He's established this in cultures or societies. He's established it in the church. God has established hierarchies in the family. This doesn't mean that some people are less valuable than others, but there is a hierarchy that exists. There's actually even a hierarchy in the Trinity. I know, it's a little mind-blowing. And like I said, not so easy to preach on in some ways, but we'll be talking about it this Sunday. I think God has given me some insight that will really be helpful. And again, this will apply to us today. I'll read verse 3 for you. We're going to read chapter 11, verses 1 through 16. Oh, wow. Is that? Yeah, 1 through... It's a lengthy portion. This Sunday we'll read that and dig into it. I'll read for you right now just verse 3. Because Paul says, there's one thing I want you to know. Oh, okay, well, let's find out what that is. So that's verse 3. That's how it starts. It says, but there is one thing I want you to know. The head of every man is Christ. The head of woman is man. And the head of Christ is God. Hierarchies. But don't let that, don't let that scare you. Don't let that bother you. It's not a bad thing. This is how God has designed things. We'll talk about Sunday, June 7th. Again, I'm leaving here very soon. I'm going to be in town, and let's get together and talk about that and think about it. I think it's going to be, do I say this every week? I think it's going to be the best sermon I've ever delivered. I know I say that every week, but every week I just got this feeling that this is the one. It's going to be absolute. So, Sunday, June 7th. Dan, what about the worship team? They got some music for us, don't they? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They got some great songs. I'll read you part of the lyrics to one of the songs that the worship team is going to be leading us in to help us worship the Lord. This song is called You Keep Your Promises. So to God, you keep your promises. Here's not all the lyrics, here's part of the lyrics to this song. It is written, you're my refuge and strength. This is to God. You're my refuge and strength. Though the earth may pass away, you will remain. It is written, you provide every need. Everywhere that you will lead, you will sustain. And then there's a chorus. You keep your promises. Your goodness never ends. From generation to generation. You keep your covenant. We've seen your faithfulness from generation to generation. It's a good song. No, that's just part of the lyrics. Oh, there's more. It's going to be so fantastic. There's even more. So that's coming. That's coming this Sunday too. I'm sure hoping you can be here. Now, on the first Sunday of every month, and this Sunday is the first. It's the 7th. It's the first Sunday. Wait a minute. It's the first or the second Sunday? No, yeah, last Sunday was the 31st of May, so yeah, June 7th is the first Sunday of the month, and we do a hospitality table on the first Sunday of every month. Why do you do that, Dan? Glad you asked. Very good question. Excellent question, by the way. We do that because we know a lot of people are really needing nourishment before a service. Now, we do it because we want to provide opportunities for people to talk and connect and have some fellowship. So there will be coffee out there at the fellowship table. There's snacks, cookies and breakfast pastries. And sometimes people bring fruit and things like that. Bring some, if you can, bring something. So that the hospitality table, it's set up before and after both of the services, before the 9 and after the 9, and before the 11 and after the 11, and actually in between the 9 and 11, it's obviously there. And get yourself some coffee. You're not going to need caffeine to stay awake this Sunday, because I'm going to be delivering the goods. But you might want a little cup of Joe anyhow. So hospitality table. I had some announcements that I wrote down, and I think I've lost them. But there was also, I know there was an announcement, something like this. I'm going to do this off the top of my head, so the details are a little sketchy here. But I think what I saw was we're going to have like a little card in the bulletin this Sunday that's a reminder to pray for our church during our time of transition here that's happening. And I think the idea was the card is designed so you could put it on your refrigerator or put it on a mirror that you'll see every day. And this will remind you, I need to pray about this matter. We got to pray. Our church needs to pray, yes? Yeah, we're going to be going through a transition here. God's not abandoning us. He's going to be with us through the whole thing. It's going to work. It's going to be good. And the church is going to stay strong and vital. But we need to pray about this. We need to pray that God will lead our search committee to the exact right person that he has. There's a person that God has for our church who's going to be wonderful. He's going to be a great leader for our church, a great pastor for our church. But we still have to pray about it. So we got to pray for God's leading and God's direction, and he will move and he will help us. And I've had some discussions with a few folks who say, I think God has great days ahead for our church. And I love that. Yes. So one of the things I said when I first made the announcement that I'm going to be stepping down, I said, do this if you can, because people said, can we help? Is there some way we can help? Yeah, you can do this. Pray. So that's what we're talking about right now. Pray about this matter and stay. Pray and stay. Sometimes people say, the pastors, we're changing pastors. I'm going to go to another church. No, please don't do that. God has put you in this church. So let's do this together. Me too, I'm praying about this too. Let's pray and stay. Pray and stay. And there's great days ahead. How do you know that, Dan? Because God is in it. So everything with God is, at least in the ultimate long-term sense, it's good. It's good. So, Sunday, June 7th, you are invited. We have, I think you know this already, 2 services, 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. We live stream the 11 a.m. service on Facebook. We're trying to live stream it on YouTube also. We've had a few audio difficulties with the live stream on YouTube, but we'll nail that down. But it is live. The 11 o'clock is live streamed. Some of you that are watching right now probably watch that Sunday live stream because you're not able to get out. So we're so glad. Obviously, I want people to come in person. That's wonderful and fantastic. But if you can't, we're so glad that we have this way for people to join us online as well. 9 a.m., 11 a.m. services, First Church of God. Have I ever mentioned the address to you? I probably should do that. 4600 West 111th Street. Beautiful, beautiful Oak Lawn, Illinois. I'm in Anderson, Indiana right now. It's very nice. It's lovely here. But, Oak Lawn. Okay. Oak Lawn, Illinois. It's like a mixture of Hawaii and Bora Bora, and I don't even know what Bora Bora is, but it seems like I've heard of that as like some beautiful tropical location. Oak Lawn, that's where it's all happening. Beautiful Oak Lawn, 60453, that's the zip code in case you're writing me a note. And I would love to see you. Hope you can make it. If not, I'll see you online. And yeah, let me start up some drums here. Let me get some drums going. There we go. That means we're wrapping it all up. Yeah, I'm getting on the road. I gotta pack up a few more things and then I'm hitting the road and I'll be back in Oak Lawn, the loveliest of cities, very, very soon. In the meantime, God bless you all, and I'm checking out right now.